Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is KW, the blue collar worker, back at it with a new video. Today, I want to talk about freedom. That's right, you heard me. Freedom. I'm free. Now, you probably wonder, well, what do you mean by saying you free? Free means that you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. Freedom. Now, you're probably saying, well, blue collar worker, did you just win the lottery? Are you rich now that you can do whatever you want to do? No, absolutely not. Freedom don't necessarily mean you got to be Bill Gates and all these other rich guys, Elon Musk. You don't have to have their type of money to have freedom. Freedom comes with what? Making sure you don't have a lot of bills, because bills do what? Bills keep you slave to a job. But now, don't get me wrong, it's great to have a job. I've had a job for over almost 40 years. So I'm an expert at punching in and punching out. You know, I was so good at it is when I decided to retire this year, the first go around, I didn't know what to do with myself. I found myself getting up in the morning, fixing me some coffee, which is good, and watching YouTube, which is not so good unless you're watching my video, because my videos are informative. So that's a good thing, but not watching videos for hours. And then I found myself laying down, which isn't good because the body needs to be active. You need to get out and exercise. You need to be around people. So laying around or sitting on a porch or whatever you do day in and day out is actually worse than going to punch a clock, because now the body is starting to deteriorate because it's not active. It's you take a car. You would think that if you just kept your car in the garage, you never drove it, right? That it would be better for the car. Actually, it isn't, because a car is meant to be what? Driven. And when you let a car sit, what happens? The tires go flat, and then you mess up your tires. The oil isn't circulating through the engine. Therefore, the gaskets are drying out. And so you get all these other problems that's occurring because you're not, what? Moving. So, and that's the same thing with your body. If all you do is just lay around and sleep and eat and don't do any active things, well, you're doing more harm to your body than you are good. So, having said all that, I just wanted to kind of get that out the way and get back to the freedom part. Freedom, I'm free. I'm free. I can do whatever I want to do now. And at first, it's like, it felt weird because I'm so used to getting up at a certain time, getting in the traffic for about almost an hour to get to work. And then I do my routine at work. And then I leave work. I get back in the traffic for about an hour. And then I come home. I'll park myself in front of the TV, or take care of some bills or whatever I have to do, and then I lay down. And then I do this same routine 5 days a week, 6 days a week, day in, day out. Same routine. So then you shock your system when all of a sudden you're not doing that anymore. You got your freedom now. I saw one movie, I forgot where I saw it at. It was a slave movie or something, and the slave master released the slave. Said, hey, you're free. You don't have to do what I tell you to do anymore. You can go wherever you want to go. The slave was elated. He was excited. He left the plantation only to return 2 days later. And the slave master said, well, what happened? Why did you return? He said, I've been doing slavery all my life. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what the world has to offer me because I've been on this plantation all my life. I'm used to you telling me what I need to do throughout my day. And it made sense. So, in a sense, it was the same thing with me. I went back to work because that's what I knew. I went back to, doing what I do best, was punching in and letting a company decide what I do for the day. So some mishaps happened when I went back. Then I'm back free again. But this time I'm embracing it. I'm enjoying it, and I'm saying, wow, you can do whatever you want to do now. You can go for a drive. You can work around your house. You can, whatever you want to do, you got the freedom to do it. Who wouldn't want that? Now, the only thing you have to do to get this type of freedom, again, you don't have to have Elon Musk money, Bill Gates money, the guy from Jeff Bezos, the trillionaire from Amazon. You don't have to have their money because the blue collar worker sure ain't got it. I give me a little Social Security check. But what I did was, while I was working, I paid off the mortgage, paid off my car. Because those are the big ticket items that'll keep you going back to work. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with working. I did it for 40 years and enjoyed it. But now I'm at a second part of my life, whereas now I get up in the morning and fix me some coffee, exercise, take my shower, go outside for a few minutes, get a breath of fresh air, and say, okay, now what do you want to do today? You're free. You're free to do whatever you want to do. You want to go for a drive? Go for a drive. You want to do an excursion? Do an excursion. It doesn't take a lot of money, but it takes, some money. So you save up a few dollars and do whatever you want to do. See, Social Security, they keep putting that age limit back. Before you know it, it's going to be 70 when you qualify for retirement. And what they're betting on is that you don't even make it to 70. And if you do retire at 70 or 67 or whatever, they betting that you only got a couple of more years to go and then they don't have to pay out. And what I learned from some people was, because I can understand if people retiring at 62 and all that, I said, man, why you retiring so early? You're not going to get all your money. I'm an expert at it. You got to work until you 67 or 68 to get all your money. Well, you might not be around at 67, 68. And that's a fact. The world is evolving. If sickness don't get you or whatever else, tragedies out here will get you, you may not even make it to that. So that's why they was going early, because they figured I'm getting less money, but I got more time to enjoy my freedom. See? And another thing you want to do, make sure you exercise, because that's very important. Try to eat healthy. Try to get up and get out. Don't sit on your porch. Don't sit in the house watching TV for 20 hours. No, don't do that. The mind is designed to stay active. It was one time this guy had this famous racehorse. I think it was Secretariat or one of them. And he thought he did that horse a favor by putting it out to pasture. Well, that horse was used to training every day, running races, traveling the world, doing all these things, and then you put it out on a farm somewhere and say, okay, now you live the rest of your days out. Well, that's not the way it works. That horse wanted what it had. So, you got freedom. Enjoy your freedom. It's going to take a minute to embrace it. But, get your itinerary together and figure out what I'm going to do for today. Other than sit in traffic, punch in, take a lunch at a certain time, punch out, get in traffic, and do the same routine day in, day out. And there's a lot to see in the United States and the world. It's up to you. What do you want? Do you want your freedom? You got time. Just pay off some bills. Because bills is what keep you glued to whatever you're doing. But if you pay them bills off and live like a minimalist, yeah, you can do it. And it doesn't take a lot of money. So that's all I have for today. This is KW, the blue collar worker, enjoying his newfound freedom. Press like if you like my video, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you, take care, have a great day.